if you could act up as consultant.
I was going to ask you to act up here on Keller.
An odd day to receive a promotion. I would prefer it if you stayed out of it.
I'd like you to say hello to Mrs. Griffin.
Your performance today has been sorely lacking.
This is about race, isn't it? Racial discrimination. Elliot Hope is not a racist. Talia Berry is incompetent.
Station for the evening.
Major RTA on the suspension bridge. They're referring like crazy. What are you doing here anyway? Haven't you been on all night?
I've got stuff to finish up. So can you call her, please, as soon as you can?
Yeah, don't worry, Mr. Sharma. We'll get on to it. Thanks, Steve. Can you page Mr. Batterjee? Need him in theatre. I've got a patient here with a severed brachial artery. Should you be here?
No. You've been mugged.
More.
0117 496 0622.
0622.
Take him in.
You're not supposed to be working.
I don't see any other surgeons queuing up to do it.
Nice one. Switching off my alarm. Today I'm all next.
Just on the day we're both meeting our educational supervisor.
Loving this, aren't you?
I learn at the feet of the master. Though, it is hard to top somebody doing it to you on the day of your last A-level.
Fair point. I bet you got your case-based study sorted for today as well, haven't you?
I may do. Sometimes it pays to work hard.
Wow, smell the coffee. How does Mr. Spence take his again?
I'd get on with it if I was you.
Joseph, I know you're in the thick of it, but maybe best to just get stuck in, you know, seek a distraction. After all, there's nothing you can really do.
Well, actually, there are a few things that I can attend to.
Dr. Valentine, I'm sure you'd love to help make Mr. Burns' transition into acting consultant as smooth as can be.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. These are the leave records that you asked for.
Right, thank you.
It's all in order.
Good.
And this is your theatre list.
Oh, a lifesaver. Good.
And, in case you missed breakfast. It's got nothing but goodness.
See what I mean? Joseph, I'm going to be in theatre back-to-back today with the doors procedure.
Oh, I was wondering if...
And I would really appreciate your presence on the floor. Sorry, you were saying?
Oh, yeah. Well, I need a case-based study for today, and I was wondering whether I could...
Yes, I'm sure we can find you something.
Right, yes, I see, of course.
Good, thank you.
Mr. Hope, you must be Dr. Valentine. I'm Tanja Griffin, the new registrar.
Pleased to meet you.
And before you ask, Rick Griffin is my, well, we're married but separated.
Right. It's the coroner. I better...
Excuse me.
Well, shall we?
Sorry?
The rounds?
Yes, yeah. Of course. Please.
I just want to ask your advice. The case-based discussion is to be from today's shift, and I'm going to be schooled based on my approach, dealing with a patient, relatives, diagnosing, devising a treatment.
Yeah. I am familiar with interim assessments. You want me to hook you up with a case, right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
That for me?
A double shot cappuccino, extra chocolate, soy milk, of course.
Nice touch. Shame I can't help. I'm in meetings all day today, so you're gonna have to wag your tail at the new consultant. Ms. Naylor, you can sort him out?
Sure, could always do with a runner.
Okay, so your job is to follow her every wish, from getting her case notes to, well, finding her new plasma screen.
Very funny.
I remember Registrar did that for me once. When's the kid getting here?
The peds at St. James's called to say the ambulance has left, and we've just emailed over the rest of her notes.
Okay. You need any help, you just page me.
Right, can you assemble all recent lab results and attach them to the relevant case notes? Check up on the latest pharmacy orders and tally them with the latest computer records, and collect all x-rays from radiology over the last 24 hours and meet me here in 15 minutes. Oh, and just so you know, I never touch soy milk. I hate the stuff.
So, if the chest x-ray proves clear today, Mrs. Harrison can go home tomorrow.
That's what we like to hear. That was very good. Concise, focused. Very impressive for a junior doctor. Do you have any idea when we'll be seeing Mrs. Beecham? Or Mr. Griffin, for that matter?
I really don't know.
Let's continue.
Good morning, Mr. James.
Didn't start so good. I think it's getting better now.
Here, just breathe in and out for me.
Right.
Mr. Hope, is there a problem?
No. Why don't you present the case to me?
That doesn't sound too good. Am I gonna die?
Hopefully not just yet.
Yes. This is Scott James, 26-year-old fireman, admitted in the early hours of this morning with suspected smoke inhalation. As you can see, he's on oxygen, antibiotics, and IV fluids.
So?
I see they've requested a bronchoscopy.
Yes, to check for bronchial damage. I also think we should run FBCs, U's and E's, LFTs, regularly monitor his arterial blood gases, and order a chest x-ray.
Good, very thorough. Well, you're in very safe hands. Shall we move on?
Mr. Hope.
What?
I wonder if I might have a word. It won't take long.
Right in my office.
7 years I've been taking the same route to work. Every bleeding day. It's getting so bad we're on our way. Can you believe some people would do this just for a mobile phone?
Could you keep still for me, please?
They see the suit and think, wow, he's loaded. They don't know how many shifting toilet paper. Can you find out if they got hold of the wife?
Please, Mr. Sharma.
Sorry, mate. It's just that I always call her when I get to work. She's a worrier. You know what it's like.
I promise I will call her myself when I'm done here. Okay? Ties, please.
We'll get the police in ASAP.
There's nothing the police can do.
Well, if you let them get away with it, then just do it to someone else.
No, I don't want any trouble.
Okay, Mr. Sharma, stay calm.
They all had hoods on anyway. I didn't see anything.
Okay, you can finish up here. Lauren, you have the number Sunny Sharma gave you.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Julia.
If there is a problem, I'd appreciate knowing about it.
What makes you think that?
I wondered why you felt it necessary to join a ward round when it was all in hand.
I'm just keeping a keen eye on my F1.
It's just that usually the registrar performs the round with the F1 and then reports to the consultant. So if there are any other issues I need to know about, like the absence of Mrs. Beecham or Rick for that matter.
No, none at all.
Can I be honest?
Please.
I know we've had our differences in the past, but I have since grown to understand that maybe it was all a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding?
A pretty big one, granted. But as far as I'm concerned, that is all water under the bridge now. I have worked extremely hard to be here. I've gained my qualifications and I've proved myself. I'd like to think that I'd be allowed to get on with my job and leave the past in the past.
Elliot, can we do this later? I'm just in the middle of something.
We can't. With the greatest respect, I just don't understand how this could have suddenly come about.
Suddenly? Are you kidding? You may have noticed the recent absence of 2 leading consultants.
We're not that desperate.
I needed someone to replace Mr. Byrne.
I mean, I know Mrs. Abebe, or Griffin, as she calls herself, is like a cat with 9 lives.
And she was the only suitable candidate available at such short notice.
Surely Vanessa must have clocked who she is. Did she not think to raise it with one of us?
Data protection. And I'm sure that Vanessa wouldn't want her judgment swayed by hearsay.
Hearsay? You think that's all it is?
Well, whatever it is, it's best left in the past. I know things have been tough enough here without...
It is precisely the past that concerns me. This is hardly an appropriate person to be mentoring junior doctors. Have you checked her credentials? Maybe you should double-check them.
Elliot, you are chasing your tail. Her credentials have been checked. And I, for one, am going to be relieved that we've finally found someone to fill in.
Well, I doubt very much whether Connie or Rick would share your sentiments. He does know, doesn't he?
I think that Griffin has quite enough on his plate at the moment, don't you?
I think he doesn't realise quite how much.
Sorry. I'm sorry to show up like this. Oh, it's just that I'm so worried.
Well, what's happened?
Has she called you, Holly?
No, why?
I don't know where she is.
What do you mean you don't know where she is?
She moved out a few weeks ago. Yeah, she met this man, Damien, his name is. He's some sort of drifter. She met through an art project. I mean, she is totally obsessed with this art thing.
But she's just a child.
You think I don't know that? And within a month, she's decided she's leaving college.
And you let her?
Let her? We begged her not to. But he had such a hold over her. Now he's thrown her out. And God only knows.
Julia, please, for a second. He threw her out.
Oh, he's a nasty piece of work, that man. Opened the door, you know, he wouldn't even let me in. Told me she'd moved on. He's moved her on, more like.
How did it even get to that?
Oh. Anyone could see it was a disaster waiting to happen. He's much older than her. I mean, much older. He could almost be her father. I'm not saying...
Saying what?
Please don't take it like that. I'm not blaming you. Of course you weren't able to look after her then. We just lost Olivia. And we were happy to have her. It's just I've been going over and over in my head what we may have done wrong. And I thought, with today being your anniversary, that she... Here you go. This is her number. You should call it. She might be in trouble. She might just take it if she knew it was from you.
They was just clueless at St. James's. They ran out of ideas.
We'll get to the bottom of this.
Gavin, mate.
Holly, God almighty, it helps to see a friendly face.
Is that Ruby? What happened?
But I wish I knew. She only had a sore leg. Bloody sore leg. And her fever hit the roof, then she got tachycardic and just lost consciousness. Happened so quickly.
You two know each other?
He's an old family friend. The reason I decided to go to med school. They tested her for meningitis.
Tested her for everything.
Gav, you should have called. I mean, I know we haven't been in touch, but...
Dr. Valentine. We'll be with you shortly.
It was just brilliant. I mean, brilliant. A real inspiration. Everyone thought he'd be made consultant like that. Then his wife got pregnant. He jacked in the training. Got a job to pay for the kid. And then 4 years later, she left him. I mean, he got custody. She was too busy chasing her career. Ironic, eh?
It's all very interesting, but maybe we could focus on the patient and not her dad.
Sonny Sharma, he's gone.
What do you mean he's gone? Sonny Sharma. When did you see him last?
He asked for the public phone. I got it for him. He seemed really stressed. And the next thing I know, there's no one there.
So hang on, he just walked off the ward and nobody noticed.
Come on, look how busy we've been. Can't shackle people to their beds.
Did you get hold of his wife? Maybe you went to meet her.
No, I got sidetracked.